Hello and welcome to the Irish Hunting Podcast, brought to you by myself, Brendan Maguire, and Anthony Grogan. We're going to be bringing you all the best hunting, fishing and field sports from around the country. Hello and welcome back to the Irish Hunting Podcast. On this episode number 42, we will be talking all things gun dogs. A bit of an introduction into the subject. We'll be having a gun dog training expert on in the next week or so, answering all your questions. We will also have good friend of the show on, Ross McQuaid. Ross has recently applied for his first ever deer licence. He has also completed his Hcap training course and is currently waiting on his licence for his 243 ahead of his first ever deer season. He has purchased a lease down in County Clare, so we'll have lots of questions and bits and pieces on for him about what was involved in it and his plans for the year ahead as a first time deer hunter. We'll also bring you our news and events from around the country, as well as some updates on Anthony's amazing giveaway of the 6.5 by 55 Bergara B14. Hope you all enjoy. Anthony Grogan and Ross McQuaid, how are you getting on?
All right, we're all here together, lads.
We're all here together like one big happy family. Ross has joined us. We're heading out shooting now in about an hour's time or less.
Yeah, hopefully so. Hopefully we see something.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking right. Don't
like three big bears.
Ross is the head is here. This is the very same as a normal conversation. You're talking to a microphone.
Oh, yeah.
For those who don't know, I'll give Ross a little bit of an introduction. Ross is a Longford man. I suppose that's probably the first the first downside.
And that'll do.
I know that, yeah. Normally I kick out most situations after being announced from Longford. Somebody has to be from there.
Yeah, we'll just haul it there, I think, after. That's all you need to. Ross.
Good luck, lads.
That's as good as it gets.
Yeah. Thanks for coming, and we'll never be. Ross is
what's happening, Ross?
Ross is a good friend of mine for fucking many years since we were kids.
Actually, do you know what? I actually worked this out. You're my oldest friend.
I'm your oldest friend, am I?
Outside the family, you're my oldest friend. That is a depressing thing. Aside from the fact that I'm from Longford, Brendan Maguire is my oldest friend.
I'll tell you one thing,
Ross,
you're not looking good.
Just because there was nobody else in fucking Longford, man, I wouldn't blame you for sticking with that fella as long as you have. And one thing, you deserve a fucking medal.
A medal.
I really,
a medal.
Yeah. You have no idea, Anthony. You know him the last couple of years. I've known him since I was a child.
Look at all.
Yeah, I can just imagine.
All I've taught you throughout the fucking years, and that is the thanks you get, and that's the truth. Yeah. Come here, Anthony. What's going on with you, lad?
Very little, Bren. Very little. I didn't get very little hunting in this week because I've nothing to shoot with now at the minute. So I'm a little bit handed in the Bergara. When did I hand it in? The tail end of last week or the start of this week? Actually, Monday.
Yeah,
Monday. So she's gone into Gowan and Bradshaw there. David is took her in and was admiring how clean I left it in. So as look, all my weaponry is.
Yes, you must have given it some cleaning.
I gave her a slick of fucking WD-40 before she went in. Not a bother.
Good man. I mean, it's a deadly straight gun, but you wouldn't be renowned for your cleanliness when it comes to your but,
no. Anyway, look, she's in there, and we have just look. Myself and yourself have been discussing the last couple of days. Some very worthy potential participants in the kind of the giveaway. So, and we decided on one.
Yes,
and I think a worthy fella. He's been contacted. We contacted him last night. So
absolutely, yeah. Look, we won't mention any names, obviously.
No.
We'd never do that, but give us a little bit of background. I've obviously we've been talking to this fella, and as regards as people that qualify for this man is top of the list.
I think I think it just press a couple of buttons between yourself and yourself, and I was I got the message in yesterday, and I think the day before, and I think I sent it on to you and say, what do you think? And I think both of us were kind of tearing up a little bit. It was just probably one of the things that kind of touched the nerve. And he's a guy who's gone through a bit of a tough time as of late. separated, has a couple of kids, three teenage boys, or just under teenage, and did a little bit of hunting back about 15 years ago, 20 years ago maybe, and for various reasons he's working a couple of jobs to keep two households afloat and do his thing. So has very little chance of getting back into hunting. So yeah, look, it's afforded him the opportunity maybe to get back on his feet a little bit and get back out hunting. And obviously it's a full rig now with Mike Coughlin sent down a lovely Vortex scope. He's the gun. The NERGC got on board as well, and are getting him in on the next deer stalking course. So he's going to have his Hcap, his rifle, his scope, and look, we'll see, can we pull together another few bits and pieces from. But yeah, like he's ready to rock and roll. Ready to rock and roll.
That's fucking savage, man. That is deadly, isn't it?
That is deadly.
Yeah, that is fucking deadly. In fairness, like some serious piece of kit, and like we only started this thing a week ago, and now like the amount of people that got on board, like even the NERGC, they're right, we'll get him his deer stalking course, and
that's unreal.
That's
very good.
Yeah, that's absolutely class, man. I cannot believe that. Well, fair, Anthony. I suppose I have to say you kicked off the whole lot of that. Now, in fairness,
but look, it's one of them things. I think was probably part of the reason we kind of started this whole kind of setup was to get people back in love with hunting and bring the positive side of it to the fore. I think it's shown over the last couple of days, which we'll speak about over the next couple of minutes. But the people that are involved in this community are, they're second to none. And look, we all fall in and out and kind of have arguments and all that kind of stuff. But when fucking tough times come, I think we're generally it's a decent community by and large. So it's something to be celebrated, I think.
Absolutely, 100%. Could not agree more. And we had a few other people got in contact as well. We've a couple of lads after getting in contact, and they're actually after offering up guns and stuff as well for other people that's going to be out there. And this is why we're not really doing our typical news segment this week. We decided we'd spend a bit of time talking about this, but when you hear now, man, it's the hunting community. While a lot of people it gets its criticisms wrongly or rightly, it's a hell of a fucking community,
That's sticking together really low, isn't it?
Yeah, in fairness, yeah, absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. I think it's absolutely unbelievable. So it is. Yeah, here I'm going to set up this right microphone because you just bear with a few little tap.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, it's falling away. It's a droopy microphone.
It's a droopy microphone. Yeah.
Sorry. Any Viagra there, lads? I have to go. Did you see the on-air sign there, Ross? There's a couple of...
Yeah, give that fucking stand, lads. Viagra there, right?
But, look, over the last week or so, we have a guy down in Cork who's put up a lovely CZ17.
Mm-hmm.
And we have another guy who doesn't want to be mentioned again. This is not for accolades and stuff like that. And look, if I had my choice, I'd be the same. But unfortunately, we're showcasing the thing. So he's donating a lovely trap gun, which we're going to have more details on over the next couple of days. And just in terms of the CZ, the 17, it's a lovely little gun to get somebody started. And
class gun.
Yeah, look, it's like, you know what I mean? Sure, you know all about the 17s, Brenny. So Philip in Small Arms Service, I was chatting to Philip earlier on today, and quite kindly has offered to take that gun in and give the prospective new owner a full refurb gun. So it's going to have a lovely Cerakote finish, and give it a new lease knife. So it's practically going to be a fucking new gun. So thanks a million to Philip down in, as I said, Small Arms Services down in the capital down there in Cork. And
Cork, that's the only downside of it. But anyway,
yeah. So and Stuart, who donated the gun. Stuart, man, I just look at both Brenny and I are fucking amazed by your generosity, and I spent a good hour on the phone to him yesterday, and a lovely human being going through his own struggles at the minute. You know who you are. Yeah. We're with you. We're behind you, and we're thinking of you, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, 100%. I wanted to give the man a ring there today, but I want to dedicate a bit of time because he sounds like a really interesting person, and so I definitely want to catch up with him now next week and have a chat with him.
Yeah. No, you'll enjoy chatting to him, Brendan. He's a decent skin, and as I said to you, look at he's even through his own troubles, he's taken the time to maybe help somebody else who's in it a little bit. So, I think isn't that what it's all about, and hopefully, I think the whole procedure here will be that not that the guys give whoever's donating the gun anything, but when they get back on their feet, hopefully in a couple of years' time or a couple of months' time, hopefully it's fucking quicker. But when they get back on their feet and means are a little bit easier to come by, they might pay on the favour to somebody else, and there'll be 3 people hunting this year who probably wouldn't be hunting. And if they can pay that forward then and get another 3, sure, it's only good,
Absolutely, 100%. Yeah, fucking hell. Without a doubt, man, there's some good skins out there. Without a doubt, it's great to fucking see
Absolutely.
Great
Absolutely.
to fucking see it, yeah, happy days.
So we've a little bit of work to do now, Brady. We have to settle down and we'll do a little video tomorrow maybe and get another couple of people on board for the trap gun and then for the 1.7. We'll have a little bit more details over the next couple of days, and then we'll start to try and get people paired up with the guns and the relevant applications and all that.
The hardship.
The hardship.
Yeah, exactly. I won't mention applications. Ross McQuaid is here, and he has an even redder face than normal.
Apple fucking what?
Applications, yeah. 7 weeks lost there now.
7 weeks gone in, and then they tell them that they lost it.
They lost the paper.
That's a joke.
And they spent 2 weeks trying to find it, and then told me, "Oh no, we definitely don't have it. We definitely lost. 2 weeks ago, they might have lost it.
Oh,
now they definitely lost it.
That's fucking cat, man. That is a nice.
I wonder would that work if you said you lost the ticket you got for speeding, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That'd be very handy. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, don't worry about losing it. It only has all my personal information, fucking firearms, the serial numbers,
my photographs,
copies of his photographs,
where the gun stored.
Man,
you know what I mean? Like,
if the shoe was on the other foot, the guards would be. Look, you'll get there.
Hopefully,
you will. It'll be worth it, man. Beautiful 243 Howa there. Oh, it's going to be class.
That's that rusty one that you had in the shed there.
No. You're the second man that's been gifted with an absolutely amazing firearm from me. Just ask Anthony Grogan about the 2.2 I gave him. Absolutely.
It's as good as Brenny himself.
Exactly. Yeah.
It isn't very bloody good.
I see that amazing piece of artwork on the ground behind you there. We didn't. I'm after. How long are we on this conversation now? I'm only after bringing it up.
I wasn't in the room 2 seconds. Did you see me hide? Don't step in hide. You might make it dirty with those shoes. Like,
yeah.
Bringing long short up the Kildare. Like.
The hide is here.
Andy Fox came through, did he?
Andy Fox came through. He came through. I done an absolutely stellar job on it, as I knew he would. Class.
It is very nice.
It is. It's a good. Yeah, he left a little hole in it, and not such a little hole, but he left a hole in it in the hide and the whole lot, man. I done exactly what I asked him. I says I don't want any. I don't want it to be like a fitted hide. I want it like raw in its true form. Just
So he left the rocket launcher hole in the middle of it and all.
Yeah. I can't believe the hole was as big, like from that distance. You know what I mean?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's not the 400, is it?
Yeah, that's it.
Is that it?
That's actually it, man. 457.
Just an awful lot smaller than you made it out. You made out that this was a giant shot.
That was wrapped around the deer, man. The deer has since been consumed. But yeah, that's her.
Ross, man, I hear there's talk of you going deer shooting with this fella. Now, look, we were going to have somebody fucking check out these shots from now on, so we'll have to get a good rangefinder because I don't know. We don't know about the distances.
I hear about our hunting trip last year, myself and Brendan.
Where did we go last year?
Remember the 4 days I flew back for?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Flew back from London for 4 days of shooting, primarily for deer.
Yes.
Obviously, I wasn't licensed or anything like that, so I was just going to watch Brendan shoot a deer. But
yes.
I just spent the entire weekend walking up and down the same mountain about 7 times.
Yes.
And didn't see a single deer.
No, you did.
We saw a lot of deer that we couldn't shoot.
Exactly. So you could mix into it there that you were impressed with the ethicalness of my hunting.
To be fair,
absolutely.
Fourth day you were getting a bit tight and a bit itchy. And like,
yeah.
Not that we're condoning it, but lads, it does get a bit fucking tempting when you're getting on the 4th day and there's a deer one side of a fence and you were saying, will you just hop the fucking fence in here? No,
No, it wasn't even that. It was they were all doors, and we couldn't. It was.
were they? Yeah,
they were all doors. So it was pre
oh,
door season or hind season. So we couldn't.
oh, well, then I wouldn't be tempted at all.
Not at all. No, you couldn't be at that bracket. No, no. But yeah. So look, that's look, there'll be more of a follow up on some of the guns. Thanks a million to everyone that got in contact and the lads that have handed in the guns. An absolutely phenomenal gesture, and as Anthony says, it'll be great to see. Hopefully, when everybody's in the recipients of the gun is in a better place, and everything is teed up, that they might think of paying forward that to somebody else in some way, shape, or form. Do you know?
Absolutely. And come here, you're going to get a lovely picture of that beautiful height by Andy Fox up on the.
Absolutely, I will. Yeah,
on the gram, as they say.
On the gram, man. Yeah,
check it out, guys. It'll be up there, and
I only put it back about 5 minutes ago. So
can't wait to see it, man. Can't wait.
No, some job. I told Andy, man. Are you in Andy's with me? I'm looking at Ross here. No. Some setup, isn't it? It's cool. It's class, man. It's just his work, man. I really do like it. Like in his setup, he had a couple of melanistic pheasants down there. He's after doing for lads. Yeah. He had an absolutely savage green head, and it was done. And it was like, remember the ones we seen, Grogan, that was like mid-flight. Do you know, both wings spread?
Oh yeah. The scenes, they're lovely, aren't they?
Absolutely class. He had a savage big roebuck down there that he done for someone that was over in the UK. And I'm actually going to ask him for a picture, and I don't know who the owner of it is, who shot it, but it was I'm fairly certain it was a fallow buck, but. Right. I'd have to show you. I've never ever seen antlers like this in my life. Picture a real old style motorbike handlebar. Do you know the way?
Right. Yeah.
They turn at 90 degrees to each other and they're pointing down. It's the most unusual mount I've ever seen in my entire life.
Deadly.
So, deadly. So it must have been, he would have been fighting it a good bit, and sort of, yeah.
Well, Andy's going to be busy this year, Brenny, isn't he?
Well, that's what I said to him. I said, Jez, lad, I have big plans for you this year, and he just started laughing.
Clear the fucking schedule.
Exactly. So so Andy, absolute legend. He came up trumps, lad. He's been busy. He's been dealing with a bit of a knee injury and stuff like that. So he's been going through the mill a bit himself, in fairness to him. But in fairness, he pulled it out of the bag and done a savage job, as I knew he would. Get well soon, buddy. Get well soon. Exactly. Right. A quick shout out, Brenny, just to the lads here and ladies in. I think we just had this on. I just want to give a quick shout. Sorry, man. I was sending you a little video there. Homemade video, is it? No, not one of them. That was last night, Brenny. No, just keep that one to yourself. Shit. Whoops. Edit that out. I don't wear that gear just for anyone. You know that. The IC. So special. My God. I still haven't met you, Anthony, by the way. I'm painting all kinds of lovely pictures, Ross. You really are. You're really selling yourself. Like you can imagine, 6'3", absolutely drop dead fucking gorgeous. Oh, yeah. And that's about it. Yeah. So back to the ICTSA, right? So the Irish Clay Target Shooting Association. Quality performance by Team Ireland at the DTL HCIT in Crossmore on Friday, taking the overall winning team, the seniors winning team, and the juniors winning team. To cap it all off, Michael Noon took overall individual high gun. Like savage work by the guys there. Again, I think. Look, Bernie, we've said this like loads of times. That should be on some paper somewhere. But. Hopefully, that the guys hear this, and well done from all of us here. Well done. Top hats off to you. Yeah, savage stuff. Some great things coming out of this country, despite all the shite we have to put up with getting gun licenses and everything. And yeah, there's some fantastic stuff coming out there. So fucking well done. That's absolutely stuff. So that kind of there's very little apart from the. I think that is the hunted fairs on over in England at the Deerstalking show over in England. Is it? Yeah, man, it's on this weekend. I was literally thinking to myself yesterday, how could I get over? I was half tempted to just ferry. Yeah, I know, but I was half thinking of flying into Birmingham in the morning. Yeah. Easy to fly in and out there too. No, that does it. To Birmingham. Yeah, but it's in, where is it? It's in Warwickshire, is it? I'm asking Ross because Ross lived over in London for 170 years. Something like that, yeah. Yeah. Warwickshire is not London. No, no. I think it's not too far from Birmingham. So Sorry, the place falling apart here. So, yeah, I was thinking of doing it, but I'm not.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Untethered and Wanderwise, where adventure has no age limit. We're your co-host, Heidi Brandis and Nikki Mahundro, and we're here to inspire and celebrate women over 45 who are embracing their independence and want to explore the world on their own terms.
Yeah, no, I think. Look, next year, I think we did get an invite over. We will be doing it next year, but look, it's just so much fucking stuff going on at the minute. Like, it's hard to do it all.
Yeah, it's going to be some show though. Jesus, man.
Absolutely.
I was at it 6 years ago, 7 years ago, I'd say I was at, and it was absolutely fantastic.
Deadly.
Serious, yeah, the best of the best at it. So yeah, no, it's great stuff. And then obviously hunting is massive in the UK, like huge. Be down to the population, I suppose. You know what I mean? If if the same percentage of people, it's a hell of a lot more people. So so it's that'll be definitely one for the books.
Absolutely, long may it continue.
Long may it continue. Mm-hmm.
What do you think? What do you think of the room? What do you think is coming on?
Savage, man. The video won't really play at the minute with the airplane, but I've seen some of it on Instagram. This is your game preparation room. Or you may come up with some sort of a name for it. That doesn't sound appealing. Game preparation room.
Dungeon.
Yeah, sex dungeon. Like a sex innuendo.
I have a lovely winch in the middle of it there and all.
Jesus Christ.
I have some lovely stainless steel hooks. Sure, look, what more do you want?
We're still talking about game food here, are we? No, come here. Some job. It's going to be ideal, man. Ideal, isn't it?
Yeah. We're getting there now. So there's lovely PVC with the PVC wall and done, and we're doing an epoxy floor with the floor drain. So we have the perimeter done during the week, and we had it primed yesterday. And the top coat went on today. So
sorry, the player's laughing at something here. I know he's laughing at something here. I don't know what he's thinking of.
Just got an image. Remember that film Hostel?
Yeah,
it's like epoxy
floor with those. Yeah.
Come on in, have a cup of tea. Huh?
Exactly. Yeah. I think you're going in for a great time. Come here. It's absolutely savage. You know, there's one thing I'm just thinking of here. I'm going to hit you with this. Do you know what'd be some job if you put like for getting access in and out deer wise and stuff? What if you any like patio doors that you could put into the side of it? Some job, wouldn't it?
Yeah, no, I don't fucking have patio doors. I'm trying to get a new fucking front door for the existing one, but it would be a nice job. But
actually, be some job, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I'm swinging the door. So the door swings into the left, but I'm actually swinging to the right, so it'll be easy just to go straight in. Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So you'll carry it. If it's red, you'll carry it in two in front, or sorry, one in front and one behind, obviously. But for smaller ones, you'll be well able to parcel them in the door.
Yeah.
So the winch arrived today, I think. The electric winch was due to be delivered today, so and then there's a fridge hopefully coming in the middle of next week. So
did you?
Yeah. One of the guys actually not too far from us in Carby there is hooking us up. So Sean, thanks Sean.
Nice.
And we have a little stainless steel double sink with a kind of chrome hanging bar over it, so you can come in and just hang up all your rabbits over the fucking sinks and forget about them there for a couple of hours if you want. And floor gully, and then a big kind of an internal outside hot tap, if you get me, so you can wash down your boots and all that kind of that jazz. And it's gonna, like, I'm really fucking looking forward because it's well overdue. I've been kind of hanging deer off the forklift for a couple of years, so finally get to do it right this year.
Yeah. Jesus, some job, man. Yeah, hopefully it'll get plenty of use. I hope
it will, of course. And sure, nothing. We'll have a cup of tea before we head out.
Yeah, honest to Jesus, exactly, because we can't be all in on top of Avril every morning like we done myself and Rob. Sorry, that didn't sound right at all. You know exactly what I meant. What I meant.
I know exactly what you meant.
Yeah, trying to get kids ready for school and all, and us big apes in there with all the hunting gear and fucking drinking tea before we head out. But some job, it is a fucking fantastic job. And like the epoxy floor now, that's a serious job. Because I was thinking with your fiberglass or whatever, but like, yeah, sure, that's fucking deadly. You can be able to wash it down and the whole job long.
Yeah, we use a bit of epoxy just in work and stuff, and like that. Yeah, it's brilliant for that type of stuff. You could drive over the forklift, and Yeah, it's kind of I could do the perimeter up behind it PVC, so it's all kind of waterproof. You can just go in and hose down right into the gully, and yeah, away you go. And then in next door, then we're doing a kind of essentially video there, which we'll look at after. But there's like a little kind of like a double wardrobe for all the fishing gear, and kind of like a boot room and coat rack and shit. So you can come in, throw off the jacket, kick off the boots, and make a cup of tea. And they're not bringing, as I've done for the last how many years, into the house, big dirty boots and bloody jackets and clothes and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, just no, some job. She'll be fucking handy, man. She'll be handy. It's getting me. I need to get me fucking. Well, McQuaid is here. He's staying here tonight. We're heading out hunting, and we're going to tackle a bit of the shed in the morning. And
Definitely, yeah.
I need to get me fucking sheeting done because, yeah, I need somewhere similar to that. You know, if you come out late at night, you need somewhere to put my fridge in. So for
There's
those
a lot of plans for that shed out there. Now. This is about the seventh iteration that I've heard of that shed. Like, workshop, bike shop, now hanging stuff in it.
Yeah, I know, man. I know. Look, there's plenty of space in it. But like, for those listeners out there, so what have I been like when you think about it, man? I have 9 foot by 8 foot little green garden shed. You know, and those flat pack pieces of shit you buy for about €600. And in that shed, I have a Husqvarna ride-on lawnmower. A Yamaha quad, a larder fridge, a full water treatment system, an electronic clay pigeon trap, all my fishing gear. What else is in it? Man, there's stacks.
There's a lot of gear in that shed.
Honest to God, yeah. It's like Mary Poppins' handbag, man. There's that much stuff in it.
Work in progress, Brady. It'll get there. It'll get there, man.
We'll get there. Come here. We wanted to talk this episode. We've got, like, next week, we're hoping to have an absolute expert on about when it sort of gun dogs and stuff. No, McQuaid, not you. No. What would you be an expert on? No. No, next week, obviously, we're going to have someone on because it's getting to that time of the year where it's all like there's a massive amount of people out there that are, and listeners to this podcast, I suppose in particular, that would be pheasant shooting oriented. You know that, Anthony. You'll agree with me there. They're just
absolutely,
man.
Absolutely
Live and die for it. I enjoy it. I like it. It's not my favorite type of hunting, to be honest, but I do enjoy it, and I think
just me on that, Bernie. What is your favorite type? Deer? Is it deer?
My favorite, yeah, be probably deer and waterfowl.
Foxing.
Foxing too, yeah, but like actual say for game hunting, I love going after the ducks, man. I absolutely love it. I love being on the water and stuff. Yeah, probably deer would be me number one, to be fair. I love the adventure that comes with deer. And I think if I had a dog that was working, and that's why we're kind of having this conversation, this podcast about dogs, but if I had a really good working dog, I'd probably be back to, where I was when I did have one. I was obsessed with pheasant shooting.
Yeah.
And I think the dog is as important as the gun when it comes to pheasant shooting.
It's key to it, isn't it? There's nothing. I just, when you were thinking or talking there, I was thinking to myself, like, obviously there is probably, because it's the king of the land animals we have here, the deer. When that set of eyes locks on, I think there's nothing like it.
Mm-hmm.
But like that, I love this country for the fact that we can put down the rifle for a day, go on to the ducks, and then, as you say, maybe go on to a couple of pheasant. And again, when that flutter of wings gets up and the croak and all that kind of stuff, again, there's nothing like that to get the heart racing, man. And when a dog starts to set and he's on a bird, again, it's a beautiful sight. It's really, really fucking exciting. And there's nothing like it. There's nothing like it.
No, 100%. Yeah, I remember, years ago, the dog, man, like the excitement, the night before, you bring in the dog and clip it and make sure, I presume it's like polishing up your car, going to a car show. Do you know what I mean? It was just like, the dog would be absolutely spotless, and you'd get a collar for it and a cover for it and clip it and have it all, schmick and clean the guns and have the shoes and the boots ready, the whole lot, and get up that morning at the breakfast, and you're literally itching to get out. You just can't wait to get out.
It's like Christmas Eve or something, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like that kind of when you're a child, that kind of, the stomach is kind of fluttering and
yeah.
Like what you said now, and there's a thing actually close to us. Av's sister is just after opening dog grooming places, doggy styles there in Adamwood, and Maxie, my Tyrannosaurus Springer, is going in there for a makeover before he hits the fucking floor. So
Sorry,
yeah,
just have to. Sorry. What's the name of it again?
doggy styles. Isn't that brilliant? Is it brilliant?
That's classic. I
Right.
absolutely love that. That is fucking brilliant, man. Doggy
It's
style.
cool. It's cool. Yeah, it's an animal. So if anyone wants their fucking dog preened or pruned, just check it. Like she has now. When I say this is like a 5-star beauty salon for dogs, man, I'm not exaggerating, man. You want to see it? Like you think my little fucking room is good for the grolic and stuff, or for the butcher and stuff. Wait till you see this. Like this is like fucking, I don't know. It's like a hotel, for dogs, man. So yeah, no, that's where he's going. She's going to take him in and give him a makeover.
Is she up and running at the minute?
She's up and running at the minute.
She's on Facebook and Instagram or anything like that, is she?
She is on Instagram. I think she's on both. I think doggy styles with a Z.
You'd be very fucking careful. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, what you search for there, doggy styles with a Z.
yeah, with a Z. All right.
Eddie, I'm going to drop Chase up to her, so I will definitely. I'll chat to you off.
Yeah. And look, she's cool. Jan is cool. And if she I know she listens to the podcast, so yeah, big shout out to her and the very best luck. It's only a new business open a couple of weeks, but she's already flat to the mat there. So yeah,
deadly, man. That's absolutely deadly. We're going to jump into a bit more on our dogs, okay? But I need everyone's help, okay?
You've needed help for a long time, Mark.
Help,
I'm glad you finally fucking realised it.
I do. I need your help. No, I have just coming up to a 1-year-old Springer. Cocker Spaniel.
This time last year.
Yeah, this time last year, yeah. Cocker Spaniel, dog, Chase. Great dog. Love him. A real pet, a real pet. I'm not sure how good of a gun dog he's going to be. I've heard of a few people I'd want to really start. Now is the time to really start kind of training them. But any dogs I've had in the past, they were kind of fairly well. Well, any dogs I had one really, really good Springer, and it was given to me by somebody who was passing on. Say he was, long story short, but he wasn't able for the dog anymore. But the dog was trained. It was on the whistle. It was absolutely everything. It was a fantastic dog. So I lead it, obviously, as most people will know, myself and yourself, we are fucking fairly busy. So I'm limited time wise, and I know that's the most important thing to have and spend with a dog. But I'm putting it out to the listeners. Is anyone that can give me a hand out, give me a dig out? What do I need to do? I'm not looking for the best dog in the world. I just want one that'll beat a ditch. As we've always said, a bad dog is better than no dog. I think myself anyway. But yeah, if there's someone out there that's big into the training and stuff, I know we're going to have a lad on next week, but there's obviously listeners out there. If there's someone local to myself here, anywhere in the North Kildare area, that might be able to give us a dig out, we'll bring down the dog and give us a few pointers. I would really, really, really appreciate it.
Deadly stuff. Yeah, look, hopefully we'll be able to pick up a few pointers off our dog expert as well next week, or when we have him on.
Mm-hmm.
But like what you said, Bernie, it's a kind of minefield. You don't know whether you're doing the fucking right thing, and of course you're especially when you're, what I find anyway is when you're busy and you're trying to get out, and time with the dogs is probably key. But you don't always have time, and then kind of a little bit of frustration builds when they're not doing what you want them to do, but they're doing what they think you want them to do, and so on. And I know a couple of times I was out with Rob last year, and obviously his father-in-law is probably one of the best known Springer trainers in the country, but and a really, really well learned man when it comes to dogs. But Rob was showing me a few little things, few little pointers and stuff, and they're saying, geez, that makes fucking sense. You know what I mean? When you see somebody else doing it, yeah, that makes fucking sense. And funny enough, you don't be long about pulling a little bit of manners and shape onto the dog. So yeah, as you say, hopefully somebody will be able to reach out there and give Chase a little bit of a
point in the right direction.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, get in touch. I would really, really appreciate it. That would be fantastic, That'd be the job.
And come here, what is when you were hunting before, Benny, what was your dog of choice?
My dog of choice was always a Springer, man. I say I've only ever had one Springer, myself. But any lads traditionally years ago, I would have went hunting with a lot of lads and stuff. Would have always had Springers. I've always seen them working. I know Noel Swan and his dad. I would have went hunting with them years ago. They all had Springers. His brothers had Springers. So it was all Springers. I think I was about, what was I, about 18 or 19 the first time I actually went, and a lad had a Llewellyn setter, and that was a new experience to me, you know. That was kind of one of the first times I've been out hunting with a setter. But I love the Springers, man. I love them. I love their work rate. They just work. That's what I absolutely love about it. They'll be all day long. They're nimble. They'll clear fucking, if you have a good one, he'll clear, you know, a 4-foot fence, you know, they'll bait ditches all day. They have a good nose. Yeah, I've always liked Springers. Now, downside of some Springers, do you know the way some Springers are what I call they're yappy? Do you know what I'm talking about? To where they just yap at you. They're just one speed the whole time. It's 100 mile an hour the whole time. That can be tricky to have one of them in a house and, you know, in an environment, you know, where it's...
Yeah, they could be borderline fucking psychotic, man. So,
yeah,
you know.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, honest to fuck, yeah. Some of them are just mad. They don't switch.
Mad, yeah.
And I don't like that. I love your Pointer. I think they're a fucking stunning dog. Seen a few of them working as well, and they're absolutely class to work. So, yeah, I honestly don't know. I don't know. Like, I've heard great things about Cockers as well, and they're very well renowned as a great gun dog. So I love if I can get Chase just working to some degree with me. I don't do a massive amount. I know for the chairman of my own gun club and all, I don't do a massive amount of pheasant shooting. I do a bit, but it's not my primary. Do you know what I mean? When the season's in, I divide up my time more so between deer and probably the ducks and stuff. But
and come here, Ross. What's your dog of choice? What would you be leaning towards?
Oh, Jesus. We used to have a couple of Cavalier King Charles Spaniels back in the day now, but they weren't much good for anything.
No. So I suppose I better give you a little bit of a background with Ross McQuaid. Ross McQuaid is predominantly long range shooting and rifle shooting, target shooting and all that sort of stuff. So out any bit of kind of field shooting you would have done was nearly with me, like. So
to be honest, it's nearly exclusively with you.
Yeah, exactly. So
good stuff. So the dogs were, as the fella said, were good for eating, wasn't that it?
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. So he's you'll have to fucking get a dog, man. Can you get a dog in that apartment up in Dublin or what's story there?
Definitely could, yeah.
Yeah. Fucking get one.
No, Colin's gone, yeah.
Yeah, his brother, Colin's brother, who's Ross, is living in his apartment. So yeah, he won't be listening to the podcast.
No, he will not be listening to this podcast.
He had into the hunting. So
no.
That's the thing, man. It's fucking it's hard. Like I've had Springers, and now I've obviously this year I'll be maybe a little bit of misfortune with the short haired Pointer last year, but I have another one this year, and like that. Like I could see.
Is she working, do you think?
Yeah, like I had her when I was just even like I trained her in kind of with just with the 2-2 beside me, so I was just to get her used to kind of a softer. And Jesus, man, the minute she's fucking smelt or heard that bullet going off, she was fucking on her toes, seeing where it was going, you know. Okay. And so she's not afraid of the shot. Number one, I've had a couple of shots over now with the shotgun. So because she was very, very timid when I got her, so I was extremely nervous about putting a shot over her. But she's and she has a nose on her. She is, I'd say, a fucking ninja, man, at nailing blackbirds out of hedge now. You know, every fucking morning they come out, there's another one gone. So
okay.
She's stealthy. She has a nose on her. Like that. The difference in temperament, like the Pointers, the limited experience I have with them, are extremely well natured. Like they're lovely to have around the house and stuff. Yeah. Except for like they're a big animal, and they are a little bit kind of what would you say? They smell a bit. You know what I'm saying?
Hygiene wouldn't be great.
Yeah, they wouldn't be wonderful. And then, like, obviously the Springers, as you know, some of them can be just off the wall nuts, and others can be of reasonable temperaments. You know. Now my bulldog, as you probably know, is kind of a little bit. I don't know, man. He's obviously not purebred, but because he's the head of a fucking Labrador, I think, and but like that, nice temperament, really, really good to have around the family and the kids, which is important for hunters with families and stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, look, I think it depends what you want. Like when you're younger, I think a little bit younger, I think springers tend to be, because obviously they work that little bit further ahead of you and stuff like that. And I think pointers is probably a more reserved type of hunting, isn't it?
Yeah, it is definitely. Yeah, that's why, and they're great with kids. They're gentle. I think pointers are a lot of pointers are fairly gentle. They're very gentle, especially around kids and stuff like that. So yeah, but they are a fucking big dog, especially that one of yours, Max. Is it Max?
Well, the Springer or the Pointer?
Oh no, the Pointer. What's the Pointer's name?
Rocky.
Oh, Rocky. Yeah, that's fucking.
Yeah.
Oh man, all 3 legs of it.
Yes, the chaser. Yeah.
3 legs.
3 legs. Yeah. Yeah. He's a lightweight model.
And then he has he's talking about nose. Like I told a story about knocking a deer last year where literally I'd knocked a deer and it was neck shot, so just fell, and Rob had knocked one lung shot, and it just ran for a bit, and we couldn't fucking really long heavy grass and couldn't find it, and we went home and and this was he was never out. He was literally out of the theatre probably a couple of days, and he had he was all sleeved up and stuff. Probably a week and a half maybe, and just put him on the lead, brought him down to where I shot the first one. He put his nose down, and fucking straight away the tail went up. And next thing we brought him across the field, roughly where we thought Rob had shot him, him at the time, and like that, straight away, nose down, tail up, and fucking off he went. And this is like first run out, and the deer had ran. I'm not messing, like obviously not linear, but like in through a fucking tree, out through the other side, back up a slight bit of hill. I'd say 800 meters, man. Where you'd never ever think it was after going, and we would have never found that animal only for it, And it was lung shots, so you go like maybe fucking 30-40 yards, find another speck of blood now, like a fucking dot of blood, and maybe a small bit of lung. But like that, we were kind of going in and out through the trees and stuff, and we were never ever fucking thought that where he lay down is where we find him. So just a really good fucking nose in that animal, and they're renowned for that type of thing,
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they're cool to see them set now. In fairness, they're fucking savage, They are. Yeah, Sam has one as well. He has one that. I don't know I don't know how he's getting on with it. They have a great nose, anyhow, but I think he's a bit of work to do with her. But serious dog. Did you see his? You've seen Alice. Have you seen Alice? Oh, you have, because he brought him out. Did he? Did Sam bring out Alice?
The curly haired one.
Yeah, you saw it.
Yeah, it was out with the boats.
He was out with us. Yeah, did you? Is that see it, Anthony? No.
No.
You need to. I've never seen a dog like this. It's called a Cherokee Bay Retriever. Cherokee Bay Retriever.
Looks like it has a perm all over.
Yeah, it does. It literally does.
Yeah.
It's like a big Labrador, but like as
curlier hair.
Curlier hair, different color. Their eyes are a mad color. Yeah. Cherokee Bay Retriever, I believe. Yeah, some dog.
He reckons it's unreal.
Yeah, one of the best of webbed feet. One of the best dogs to retrieve on water, apparently.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. We might get a look. We might get a look on that when we're on our boat this year.
Yeah, I thought it was with us that day, but it wasn't. Yeah, so Alice is Sam's famous dog, a Cherokee Bay Retriever. And
funny enough, I think we'll be a bit behind on our boat compared to Sam's, but we'll see his arse from our boat.
Yeah, Sam's yaw can shift, and that is holy shit, man. The Formula One of boats, ours is a little bit more tame, but look at speed's not everything, lad, as we know. We've lived
absolutely, man. Built for cuddling, not speed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, honest to God, yeah, fucking sure, yeah.
And come here, and I know Shane O'Neill actually texted when he heard about the dogs and stuff. He's a German, the wire-haired pointer, and I know that's a kind of that's a fan favorite as well. I've had no experience with them. Have you ever had any experience with them?
No, I haven't. No, I've had Springer, Chocolate Lab, and now the Cocker. And
Cocker.
That's it. Yeah.
And I think we ran a poll. I think going back ages ago. I think Springer was the most popular breed, and then obviously the pointers thereafter. But and it's fascinating to see the amount of different breeds and stuff like that in the country that you certainly I didn't know were kind of traditional hunting dogs.
No, same as that. Yeah, look at Barry Dunn. Barry Dunn always had a little terrier.
There you go.
Still has it, brought everywhere. Now it wouldn't be the latest dog as regards, a soft bite, but they'd fucking retrieve all day. It was a brilliant little thing. Yeah.
Did you ever watch a man with the rats there on Instagram?
And then they put their hand in themselves and pick up the rat and stuff. I would in my shite, man. I hate rats. Dreadful, yeah, but they're fucking the terriers, man. They're unreal, aren't they?
There's something about watching it, isn't it? It's like the man that's shooting the rats and stuff like that. Like I don't know what it is, but it's very addictive, isn't it?
It is. It's hypnotic, nearly. Yeah, it is definitely. Yeah.
You're there waiting for the bale or the lump of steel to move. The next thing, the fucking terriers are just like ready to rock, man. And within they flitter them, don't they? Like a couple seconds,
Flitter them, man. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Never had terriers. There's certain dogs excluding shooting, like away from shooting. I don't like. And this is probably. Pit bull terriers, I fucking dread them. I wouldn't have one around the place. Not a hope.
Yeah, I think with kids and stuff. Look, I know people. This is a big conversation. I know people are going to be listening to this saying, "Oh no, that's bullshit" and stuff like that. Yeah. I don't know. They look to me like they have the head for damage, and that's.
We lived in Australia, man. There wouldn't be a week to be gone by where there'd be some horrific story where a pit bull was after mauling a child or something like that. I can't fucking stand them. I dread them now. That's it. And everyone says, "Oh, it's the way you rear the dog," but I firmly believe that there's certain dogs they're higher, more aggressive than others. I think.
Well, that's a good question, man. I think like similar to say I'm only after describing there, what's inbuilt in the pointer. Like I never showed that dog, how to fucking track a deer, or do you know what I'm saying? I just brought over to the spot and brought it, and it almost innately, it was something that was kind of like a switch built into it that, I know what I'm doing here, do you know what I'm saying? And I don't know whether that's the case. I don't know enough about the breed to be saying that, they are, but I just there seems to be a lot. I'd love to see the stats on it. Like, what is the dog that does the most damage? Is it these kind of dogs? Or I know people will say then that, look, because they're so strong, they're obviously going to be higher up the scale than say a fucking Pomeranian or something. You know what I mean? But like they don't look friendly, man. That's just from. And I know people who have them. But and funny enough, I actually knew a guy who had one, and lovable fucking thing it was, you know what I mean? Like, so I know that they're not all like that, I'm not fucking.
Oh no, definitely not. No, 100%. Look, there's some of them are grand, but I'm just saying as a rule, as a rule, and as a parent, I wouldn't have one. I wouldn't let one inside me yet. Not a chance of it. I just have too many horror stories. Then there's another dog that I don't like, not because of those reasons, but there's certain dogs, and Debbie, my wife, is mad for them, but I just do not like them, and that's a German Shepherd. And I know a lot of people are going to lose their shit at hearing this. I never liked them, man. I just don't like them. There's the dog that don't do anything for me. I just don't like them.
Oh, they're lovely.
Yeah, I don't like them. I know, yeah.
So I wouldn't have said that about you.
Yeah, no, German Shepherds do nothing for me, man. No, they're just not one of those dogs. I love a big, stupid egot of a dog. Do you know what I mean?
Probably we're friends.
Just big, harmless, soft egot. Yeah.
Big old sloppy St. Bernard there or something,
He's still describing me, lads.
Exactly. A Ross of the canine world. We had a St. Bernard. Do you remember the St. Bernard we had? Yeah, we had a St. Bernard. We used to breed Basset hounds back in the day.
I remember them,
My ma was a fairly successful Basset hound breeder. What else did we have? That was kind of it. Andrew had a boxer, I think, at one stage, or his girlfriend or something had a boxer. Somebody, his girlfriend's had a boxer. But yeah, I love big, stupid dogs. Do you know? I don't like these statement dogs, and I'm just not into it. But anyway. Everyone's different, as they say.
Absolutely, man. Look, sure, they probably think we're fucking mad going, 4 days up to the same spot trying to look for the same animal that we can never seem to find.
There's an element of it. You don't have to be mad, but as the fella says, it helps.
Well, that's it. What I want to say is it's the most expensive way of getting the cheapest food on the planet, isn't that it?
Exactly. Yeah, that is a good way of fucking putting it. 100%. Come here. So we're obviously we're going to talk more on dogs. I suppose we'll have an expert on, and I can't wait to have this person on in the next week or so, and hit him with a heap of questions. Anybody that's out there that has some questions, contact the show and we'll put them to him.
Absolutely, yeah, brilliant.
If you think it's a stupid question, which there's no such thing as stupid questions. There is.
There is. Yeah.
You can keep it anonymous or whatever way you want, but get in contact. This man is going to, he'll certainly put you in the right direction, as the fella says,
Yeah,
So-
no, it'd be good to have to show. I know there's a lot of people kind of interested in that, and I know it's the time of the year where lads are starting to think about dogs and stuff like that. So it's nice. We had Shane on obviously with the pheasant rearing, which we'll have again coming near the season, and then this will be a nice intro into that.
Exactly, 100%.
Come here.
Yes.
You have a man beside you that has just going through the process of licensing and
Don't start.
He was actually after calming down, and now
Yeah.
he's getting red now again. No?
Yeah. Thanks for Andy.
Ross has decided this year that he's going to be a big boy and he's going to go do some deer hunting.
Exactly.
Yes.
After you plagued me with just, will you not buy a rifle? Get a rifle. Come get one.
No, I didn't. I said, will you just buy my rifle? No, but
Something along that lines.
something along those lines. You came out with me a couple of days last year, and even
Sorry.
though that,
I'm sorry, lads. Just I'm going to have to. Is that microphone gone soft again? Will somebody else give it another fucking lick of Viagra there? No,
Are you struggling to hear him there?
Rob, you rub its back there for a minute there, will you?
Yeah. So yeah, no, we're Ross is you're going hunting
Yeah,
this year.
no, 100%. Yeah. Want to throw myself into it now this year, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. It's the right way
Come here,
to through it.
question for you, Ross. Like, I know you're going through the mill with licensing and stuff like that in a minute, and I'm in a similar boat now, and kind of the anxiety of not having it ready for fucking deer season and all is kicking in. But
I have a funny feeling, sorry, Annie, but I have a funny feeling you won't have your license. I don't know why. I just have this thing that
that'd be you, Brenny. Yeah, that'd be you. Yeah, you fucking.
I don't know. I picture you sitting there with a big sad face on you the 1st of September when I'm heading out.
And that'd be only just fucking delightful, wouldn't it?
You just see me drive by your place heading down the road. Oh well.
That's the fucking compassion there, and that's probably the difference between myself and yourself. But look, we won't go into that now.
No.
Back to come here, Ross. The Hcap.
Yes.
Talk us through that, man. Is what's the procedure like? What did you learn? Anything? A lot?
Who did you do it with, I suppose?
Well, I did it through Country Sports Ireland, obviously.
Yep.
So one thing they do, and I think it's actually very good, and I sent you the link to it beforehand,
Yeah.
is as soon as you sign up to the course, they send you out a full manual.
Yeah.
Now,
Okay.
this won't make you a better shooter, but it does improve your knowledge. Now, obviously, as you said, I'm a complete novice when it comes to this.
Yeah.
I did learn an awful lot from that manual,
Yes.
which was I thought was a very good touch. Now, I'm not sure, I must try. I think I still have access to that link, so I still have access to that manual.
Okay.
As far as I was aware, but I thought it was brilliant, and it was a start to finish. Start with your deer biology,
Mm-hmm.
and went straight through legislation, rough terms of groliking,
Yes.
how to spot if there's a problem with a deer, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Like it wouldn't be a quick read. You wouldn't read it in an evening, like
Yes.
if you're trying to take it all in.
It's fairly comprehensive. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I kind of took 2 or 3 sections a night. It did take me the week.
Yes.
Do you know? No, I was only spending about 3/4 of an hour every evening, like.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it took me the week to go through it, to try and digest it properly as well, not
Yeah.
just flick through it.
Yeah. 100%.
But so the weekend started. It was down in the Midlands Shooting Centre down in Tullamore, isn't it?
It's out. Yeah. It's out. Yeah. Near Boolia. Or no, what do they call that? Blue Ball, isn't it? Yeah.
Out that direction. So the way they set it up, there was about 40 lads, I think, in on the day.
Mm-hmm.
Your very first thing was a safety briefing,
Yeah.
basically how to handle a gun, how to roughly shoot. Not take somebody else out while you're on the range.
Yeah.
Because after that safety briefing, which lasted about, I'd say, an hour, you went down the range.
Yeah.
You had, which was it now? You had a 4-part practical shooting assessment.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one was, I think it was 3 placed shots in a 4-inch group, lying down at 100 yards. The next one was 2 placed shots at an anatomically sized deer target. So you had to hit the kind of heart lungs area.
Yep.
Which I'd say would be about maybe a 6-inch group or something like that.
Okay.
So 2 at 100 yards lying down again, then moved forward to, I think it was 70 yards. They were taken from the kneeling position, which was a bit awkward.
Yes.
And then two, I think it was about 50 yards, and that was standing. Standing, yeah. I might have those two mixed up, but it was standing and kneeling.
Using sticks?
Using sticks. You didn't have to if you didn't want it, but yeah, they had sticks available there. I had your sticks.
Oh, you did? You did?
Which worked for the standing, obviously not for the kneeling, but they had their own sets of sticks for lads who didn't have the kneeling. Because if it's not telescopic sticks, you can't really use it, you know?
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
They had all the kit. They had supplied rifles, supplied ammo.
Job. What rifle?
It was a Mauser M18, I think.
Oh, yeah, 308.
I think, was it 308? I think it was 243.
243 could have been, yeah. Could have been, yeah.
243. Obviously, if you had your own rifles, use your own. You had to bring a deer caliber rifle. Two lads actually made that mistake.
Oh, really?
And weren't going to let them shoot. Because they tried to argue, well, it's my own rifle, I want to use it. But I think it was they brought 223s or something like that.
Oh, right.
And I can kind of see their argument that I just need to be able to make the shot at 100 yards to 223s more than it'll show that I'm able to shoot. Yeah. Well, fair enough. Yeah. Again, it has to be deer caliber rifle. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, I suppose you want to be getting used to the caliber of what you're going to be using. Yeah.
So, and to be fair, if you didn't make the shots on your say your first assessment was the big one was the 3 in the 100 yards. If you didn't make them on the first go, you had to take it again. So they basically gave 2 goals at it.
Okay. You got to take it again that day, like?
Yeah, straight after. And then a couple of lads on their second goal didn't make it as well.
Oh, jeez. Grog, were you doing there? No, sorry.
So they were brought back at the very, very end with a couple of lads, because it was basically split into 2 groups of 20.
Okay. 2 groups of 20, so 40 on the course.
Well, there was 40 on the course. I don't know if that's a limit or what. There was 40 there, so it was 2 groups of 20. So I know at the very, very end, there was a couple of lads hanging around to take a couple of more pot shots.
Yeah.
So you did your shooting assessment. That all went grand for me. I was a little bit nervous.
You are?
Yeah. Bit of pressure. Like a 100-yard shot isn't hard to make, but when you have to make it.
Yeah, that's the difference.
I thought that was a little bit of pressure. That went grand. Then they bring you on a simulated stock, which you can't fail this part. The lads actually said, unless you fall down and bury the gun, because they give you a deactivated gun. To walk around, and they basically say they're groups of 5 or 6. One fellow will be leading the walk, and he'll be carrying a deactivated rifle.
Okay.
So you'd come across obstacles, and they'd be, right, how would you cross this obstacle? Would you do it this way? Would you do it this way? And, so unless you're have something seriously wrong with you, and you fall and somehow insert the rifle into yourself.
Okay.
The only way you could fail this. But they do bring you up, and they'd say there'll be a bit of a mound there, and they'll have a target there.
Okay.
Like a deer target. And they said, they'll stop everyone and say, right, can everyone see where the deer is?
Yep.
And everyone points it out. Grand. They said, right, is that a safe shot? Has it got backstop? Is there a lot of rocks behind it? Whatever.
Okay.
And I thought it was very good. It was that they'd bring you past that target, they'd bring you down another little way, and there'd be another target. And they'd say, just look back now at that target again. And it might be something that wasn't immediately obvious from the original position, when you would have thought that might be a very safe shot.
Yeah. Okay.
And it might be something behind it that you couldn't see until you were at this other angle.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
It wasn't that he would say, oh, you failed by saying that first shot was safe.
Yes.
It was more that he was trying to make everyone aware, listen, lads, it's not just see a deer, see ground behind it, take the shot.
Okay.
It was an awful lot of situational awareness, which I did think was good.
Yeah.
No, well, that's a very good point, because, like, obviously a deer is, as we said, is not a small animal.
No.
And oftentimes, as you rightly point out, we're looking for the backstop behind it, or the hill behind it and stuff like that. But the question always is, what's between the deer and that backstop would be the next thing, and that's I suppose it's probably, as you said, Ross, they're the things that we as hunters should be aware of, and we should be made aware of, and like that. Even just thinking there with the 223 argument, I don't understand what the lads were. They're going to be going to a different rifle anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, what was the big issue?
They just were kicking up the stink about not really.
Were they?
Yeah. But see, just what you just said there, Andy, like about being considered what's between you and the deer. That was exactly one of the targets that set up a deer. It was fairly low level to yourself, so it would have been a fairly straight shot.
Yeah.
Looked at that deer, 100%. There was a rising bank behind it, 100% safe. Then we walked about 40 yards and said, right, let's turn around. and they'd set up a mannequin behind a bush, which would have been in your exact line of sight at the time. I said, what if you didn't see that farmer there? Like the mannequin was representing a farmer.
Okay.
Sitting down having his lunch.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Okay.
So it did, you do have to be aware.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that's true. Yeah, 100%. Because I'm telling you, if it goes wrong once, my God.
Yeah. No, look, I suppose that's like we've spoken about this before, and I know it's not. But like even for thermal spotters and stuff now, and even like the rate at which thermal scopes are advancing and stuff, and I was with John there and Thomas Jacks at the weekend and stuff like that. Like the technology now is advancing so quickly, that I think like legislation needs to kind of almost come up behind it. Like there is a case there where that thermal should be more accessible and more amenable in terms of, yeah, fair enough. It's not going to be 100%. There's nothing that's 100% where you can, you're like if you're looking at an animal and you have your backstop lined up as you say, and it looks 100% safe from that angle. If you have to check it from 10 different angles, it's that's never going to happen, unfortunately. So you're taking the safest shot possible, and I just think. With thermal and stuff now, I think it's a conversation that has to be had. I don't know whether it's the fucking right one or wrong one, but I definitely think it should be in the conversation, And I know there's a lot of traditional hunters out there saying, "Oh, that's fucking cheating and this and that." Cheating until something goes wrong, I think, and then we're all looking at each other saying, "Well, what's the solution to this?"
Yeah.
I don't have the fucking answer to it, but I definitely think it's a conversation is what happening,
Yeah,
no, definitely.
Yeah, this unfair advantage thing like that. I laugh at that. Like at the end of the day, we have rifles. Like, they don't. So I think we have an unfair advantage straight away. So I don't know if you can read into that too much, but I agree with you exactly 100% what you're saying, Anthony. Like it's for me, it's 100%. It's down to safety. Like that's. I was out last night. I have the new infrared i3. I'm going to be talking a bit about it and doing some reviews and stuff on it. But just last night, like it's there's just such a handy tool. Like down to seeing butterflies, I could see butterflies flitting around last night.
Yeah.
Like when a fox comes into the field of view, like there is no mistaking what that is. Like absolutely no. Same as a person. I actually got Giannis was out with me last night, and I got a picture of Giannis down the field, and like it's just so clearer, so safe. Like without that, you wouldn't have seen him. Do you know what I mean?
And yeah, no, I was talking to guys in as I said to you, John, in Pulsar and stuff, and he was saying that the new technology that's coming down the stream, right, is that in thermal imagery, there's now technology coming. It's AI technology, so it will not. What it'll do is say you put up your thermal. Mm-hmm. And for instance, in Ireland, you're not allowed to shoot badgers, right? It'll detect that animal is a badger, and it will not. It'll come up as a different color. Do you know what I'm saying? So it'll start flashing red instead of you say if you're in white mode or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So this is the kind of technology that's not even coming. It's like it's here.
Yeah.
So like even for argument's sake, for the people that think that you can mistake a fucking lamb for a fox, we all know. It's very difficult to do that because even the way they move. We've often said it, Brenny, haven't we? We've been out foxing, and you can, even with a group of sheep and stuff, the fox moves different. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
It kind of slithers in and out, whereas a lamb kind of just plods along. Fucking
lambs usually move two legs, or do you know what I mean? At a time, two front like a horse, they nearly gallop as they're moving. Yeah, you'd spot them. You would, 100%. You'd spot them a mile away.
Yeah. So like, I just think that and I know that's probably going to throw up fucking people that you're condoning thermal. I'm not. I'm just saying it just should be part of the conversation as part of the safety requirement. Even as I said to you, I know there's probably people saying handheld thermal and stuff like that when you're deer stalking and so on. I just think it's a very very what would you say, effective way of ensuring or an added layer of protection for hunters and for farmers and hill walkers and foragers, etc.
Yeah, I agree.
Sorry, Ross, I interrupted you, man. You were.
No, it was part of the conversation. As far as I'm concerned, yeah. So yeah, finished the simulated stalk. finished, I'd say, the Saturday about 1 or 2.
Okay.
It wasn't too late. Then back in the next morning, it was 8 or 9 o'clock start again. Full day course. I mean, full day.
Intense.
I think it was about 8 hours sitting down in there.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, very short break in the middle. But the whole thing was basically just that manual that they'd sent out. So I probably didn't get as much out of that second day as I would have liked.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Because I had gone through the manual 2 or 3 times beforehand, just because I knew that's kind of what the exam was based on.
Yeah.
So I had gone through it. So while I found the manual very good, the course, I was like, just read your in the manual.
Yeah.
But if you hadn't maybe done the manual as much as I done, you would have found that there, I think, very, very, very good.
Okay. Yeah.
So then you finished that all off with, I think it was a 50 question exam or something.
Okay.
Multiple choice. And something like 45 right, and then you passed.
Okay.
So my only criticism was that second day was very long.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah.
I still, I've done the manual.
Can I ask you a question? I want you to answer this honestly. How many? I'm not even going to ask you, did you? How many times did you fall asleep?
Towards the end, it was tough. Towards the end, it was.
Now, just
are we in double digits here now or single digits?
I guarantee it was at least 5.
It was. I'd say closer to the double digits.
Yeah, guaranteed. Yeah.
Luckily enough, there was a chap. He actually knows you there, Anthony. Check out Bart.
Oh, I do. Yeah, Bart Kiernan, is it?
That was it. Yeah, lovely fella. Hello to you, Bart, if you're still here. Thank you very much for the odd nudge you gave me.
This is shocking.
No more.
Oh my God.
You see me?
No, I was good. I was getting to that. Yeah.
You were kind of nudging me awake at one point, like Bart was doing that. He was going. His elbow was going 90. They must have thought he was.
He's good lads.
Yeah. Some of that can be hard to listen to, like some of this.
Yeah, there was 2 or 3 of the lads. Like the three lads were speaking.
Yeah,
4 including the safety fellow on the Saturday.
Okay.
So one of them, you knew he wanted to get through the slides.
Okay.
Now he was throwing in his own stories every now and then to keep it fresh.
Yeah.
There was another chap, Dermot.
Yeah.
He liked his own voice.
Okay, right.
But no, look, all in all, a very good course, very worthwhile if you're anyone that's like me.
Yeah.
That has, like say, we said that I went out with you once, twice, and I fell in love with it.
Yeah.
But I know nothing.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
100%. Of course, I would advise people.
Yeah, absolutely. We haven't done it, but we are going to do it. I need to get into country sports, or I know the NRG seen a few of them do it, so it's one we definitely want to do.
Definitely.
I did.
Definitely. Because I remember you asked me a couple of questions and you even got stumped on a few of them.
Yeah, I did. Honest to God. Yeah, 100%.
So
yeah, definitely. Yeah.
You would learn, anybody I think could learn something from it.
Yeah, I did a course a good few years ago before the Hcap officially came in, or I should say Hcap or equivalent came in. And it was a deer, what was it? It was a deer Grolican course. Run by Country Sports Ireland.
They still do that one as well. Yeah.
Do they? Yeah. Very, 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 very good. I have to say. What was your man's name? That was David Dunn. Was the man that he was kind of doing a demonstration, an absolute a wealth of knowledge, I have to say, and it was really, really good. And they done a cook up at the end of the day, and it was absolutely fantastic. And yeah, that was the only course I ever done with them. But it was great.
Just on that, Brenny, is that the same course as the meat handling course, or is that different? Does that in other words, does that qualify you for?
No. Well, no, I think the one they run now
probably does.
Yeah, the one they run. Are you on about to sell into the food?
Yeah.
As far as I'm aware, because they were on about they were giving discounts to be signed up to, I think on the day.
Okay.
Okay.
That one that they do run now
covers you. Yeah, back I'm talking 6-7 years ago, so it was kind of more of an introductory type thing, but it was again, it was absolutely brilliant. It was brilliant. I remember they done a cook up. They done a full carcass cook up on the day over some wood chips, and it was fucking sensational. And we got to shoot as well. So it was kind of, I think it was more of like a deer stalking course as such, but it wasn't
exam based.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't exam based. Yeah, exactly. So, but it was brilliant. And
look, you learn something every day, lads, isn't it?
You definitely do. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and I know they do a load of courses, don't they? And I tell you, it's
a lot.
Yeah, it's a great way, as we've always said, it's a great way of getting lads together, because the thing about the shooting community is, bar a bit of Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram, we don't meet each other at all, or you know what I mean?
No. It was you've said it loads of times about the shooting community. Like when I went there, not knowing anybody, and everybody that went there seemed to go there by themselves. Nobody came in a car with two people.
Yes,
but everyone got there a little bit early. Everyone was hanging around, and straight away, everyone kind of formed in 4 or 5 little groups.
Yeah,
kind of like, and then meeting fellas that know the pair of ye.
Yeah.
Some people know people I know. Do you know what I mean?
Like, 100%. Yeah.
It was 2 very, very enjoyable days.
Brilliant stuff. Yeah. Well, that's good. That's good. So that's you, man. You've your Hcap equivalent now, so you can
have my Hcap equivalent. Yeah.
That will you have? You had to get it because you were a first time applying for applying for your deer license. But
what I'll say about them is, I think I finished on the Sunday. I think by the Tuesday, I had my certain name.
Yeah, that's brilliant. That's deadly.
Tuesday or Wednesday morning.
That's deadly.
Well, I'm back now to being the most uneducated man in the podcast. So
What do you mean back to being?
Well, like there you are. You used 2 boys have 2 fucking courses done, and of course, are you referring to the engineer thing?
I have a lot more courses than that one done.
I mean, I was referring to the hunting part of it, but Brenny quite quickly is refreshing my mind that I'm the most uneducated person in all walks of fucking life.
I'm not saying that. The last course you done was.
I'll fucking say it. The last course I done, man, was me leaving cert. I couldn't get out quick enough. I think I left early in every exam.
We've all been there. Speaking of it, leaving cert, it's a little fun fact I like to tell people about Ross McQuaid. Ross McQuaid got 600 pints in his leaving cert.
And you always get this wrong. My brother got 600
pints. Okay, your brother got 600 pints.
I got 530.
Oh, that's shit. Yeah. Sorry. I always thought you were clever. 530 pounds. Fuck's sake, what happened?
You wouldn't know by looking at me, would you?
No. Did you represent Ireland in a maths competition in Europe once?
Yeah, technically, yeah.
Like, I didn't even know that was a thing.
No, it wasn't Europe. It was an international one. It wasn't just Europe.
Oh my God! Oh, excuse me.
To be fair.
No, lads, I'll have you know I won a fucking colouring competition in fucking school.
Credit union colour competition.
He's gonna go fuck yourselves, you know.
Did you only enter that one last week as well?
Yeah. Was this the Cures of the Countryside one we're talking?
I came fucking third in that one.
Very good. So you did.
That was off the back of the junior cert. Yeah, I was in the International Mathematical Olympiad. I got kicked out of the training very, very quickly. They realised, the other Ross McQuaid we wanted. But I was in there for a couple of weeks. Yeah.
Were you fucking hell? Where did this take place?
There was a couple of places you could have went for the training, but I went to UCD. So I was about 15 and going up there every weekend.
Oh my God. So what was it called again?
I think it was the International Mathematical Olympiad.
Okay. I'd say the junior cert year was a tough couple of years, was it?
I'm not going to smack
I'd say the girls weren't exactly hanging off you if you give them that accolade back in
running through the smell
back in junior cert. Oh, that is class.
I used to have regular debates with the teacher. You know, like, why the fuck do we have to learn all this stuff, man? Like, isn't that what like a calculator was fucking made for?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing here? We're learning stuff that I'm not going to fucking use. You know, but she didn't see the funny side of me joke. I spent a large part of that in detention.
Exactly. How to draw a hyperbolic.
A day does not go past where I don't use a trigonometric equation to solve something.
Me neither.
I my job of even site engineer.
Exactly.
Telling people where to put concrete.
From when it comes down, first thing in the morning, I'm making that sandwich. I need to calculate exactly.
Well, I tell you what, right? Funny story. My mum, who's a religious, obviously listener to the podcast, and so Gwen Grogan, if you're listening, just a quick story now about so I intermittently I used to have to do a bit of detention, you know. So the teachers were getting a little bit pissed off, and so was my mum. So what she did was she said to don't be giving him detention. Like, sure, he's going in there, he's sitting, he's doing nothing for an hour. Get him to do something, and she'd get him to do something that he won't like doing. Yeah. So they used to put me, man. You know, all the little fuckers. They used to put chewing gum underneath the fucking tables and chairs and shit, and I stick them underneath. You know that? Yes.
Were
you one of them, McGuire? Were you?
No,
I bet you were, man. You fucking were.
No, but you were in school years before me. But go on.
Yeah. So, that's what they used to get me doing, man. So instead of detention, they put me in the lunchroom or the classrooms, turning up tables and taking the chewing gum out with a little knife. And
did you get chewing gum?
A ball of it. A fucking ball of it.
Well, I tell you, I can top that. I know we spoke on podcast before about one particular teacher and my time in Auckland's Community College, Neaton Derry. But anyone that was in school will attest to this. I was an absolute bastard. There's no point in saying, now, not badness. There was no badness in me, but I was like the teachers in 6th year actually called my ma and said, look, we'll do you a deal. Pretty much this is how keep him at home for the last month and we'll let him come in and do his leaving cert. I'm not exaggerating. That's a fact, man. I just say just keep him at home. He can, do a bit of studying at home and stuff and then let him come in. And then I was outraged. My last day in school, I don't know, to do it in your schools where there was a big mass, like for leaving cert.
Week or so, yeah.
Or the last week, yeah. I was actually, so the last 3 weeks of school, I was suspended for the last 3 weeks of school for, I can't even get through flour at somebody. And so they wouldn't let me in for my mass. And my granny was a little bit upset over this because she was kind of a bit religious at the time. So I had to ring the principal and say, oh, sorry, can I please just come in for the mass? So after a lot of deliberation, he decided, right, you could. So I was late coming into the mass, right? And it was like in a room. It was like there was like walls on 3 sides of this building.
Generally are in rooms, yeah. Walls.
No, but there was 3 kind of exterior walls, all glass. So you could see me, everyone could see me walking up through the school, had to walk in and all the pupils, teachers, the whole school was there, turned, looked at me. And then you have to come in through a door at the very front and walk past the makeshift altar, which was in the technical graphics room. And everyone was lined up, and there was one spare seat beside the principal. And I had to sit. And as I walked in, he just looked at me, and the finger dropped towards the chair, as in, this is where you're sitting. Don't even think of going anywhere else. Oh man! So I had to sit beside him for the whole man.
Walk of shame.
The walk of shame. Oh man, I was a fucking disaster. We won't get into it because it'll just turn people off.
I know. I have an idea.
I was a disaster, but I turned into an older disaster. Yeah.
No promise.
Look, because now with your engineer heading you.
I had the big old engineer button heading me. Oh, stop. Come here, let's say it to you. So let's go back onto this. So obviously you have your Hcap.
Yep.
Your deer license has gone in.
Yep. I got straight as soon as I could.
Gun license is in, even though you're having severe headaches. Longford Guard Station. Was it in Longford? Where was it?
In Longford, yeah.
In Longford.
Okay. So it's 7 weeks lost.
So that's this stuff like this is just not good enough. Like in all fairness,
I just couldn't believe it. William rang me up. I chased up 2 weeks ago when I got back from Australia.
Yeah.
I said, we can't. It hasn't come up to our desk yet. We'll chase it up for you. Rang me back at the end of last week. We may be missing the paperwork.
Yeah.
And then confirmed it there this week. So I had to go back down, get photographs retaken, reprint. And as I think you know, Anthony, and you know as well,
yeah,
filling in that paperwork is not simple.
No,
you
definitely.
have to go through.
Yeah, 100%. Because in a lot of cases, if one thing is, it's not clear, and if one thing is not ticked or whatever, it just comes straight back, and it just prolongs the whole fucking thing. Like,
so all went back in this evening.
Yeah.
I have a contact there, a very nice guard. She understands the situation. She's very apologetic, to be fair to her.
Yeah.
She reckons this has come up before.
Yeah.
Not blaming on the guard station. Stuff does get lost, but at the end of the day, I've got 4 weeks left until shooting season.
Yeah.
And I've no rifle in my hand.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So hopefully she is going to try her very best to get it pushed through.
Yes.
And hopefully 1st of September, which is a Friday, as we discussed.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. You better believe it. See you later, wife and kids.
See you later, job. Hopefully then just throw myself into it. Maybe as I move back, just throw myself into it. Like
so you got your permissions, obviously, because you're not long back and you're trying to, it's hard. Like even for me, I could turn around and say to a lad, will you give this lad permission?
Yeah.
But not in a bad way, but you can attest to this, Anthony, they'd reluctantly maybe do it because they don't know you. And it's different if you walk in and have a conversation like, no worries,
100% I'd agree with them. Like if somebody's ringing me up for permission for them, it'd be different.
Yeah.
If I'm ringing you up on behalf of somebody else that you do, like you might barely know the farmer in the first place.
Yeah, exactly.
And trying to ring up for somebody that the farmer definitely doesn't know.
Yes.
So I completely understood it. So I went down, thankfully sorted me out with that contact.
Yes.
In on Coillte lease.
Yeah, in a Coillte lease. Yeah, deadly.
And it's bordering one of your leases.
Yes.
So 100%. That's down Clare. So we'll be camping out hopefully that first weekend.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I can't. Down where me and you were, Anthony, you know the place where I'm talking about.
I do know well. It's lovely, lovely part of the country, man. Lovely part of the country, and look, that's
rich and
full of deer.
Oh,
and
man.
One thing I would like to know, I literally just when I pulled up to your house, finished last week's podcast.
Okay.
If you think the tent smelled with McKeever in it, wait until I get it.
No, man, McKeever was like full on Guinness mode for 2 days. So,
I heard from adjoining tents, that there was like a fucking an orchestra going over that tent.
It was shocking, so it was.
Vibrations.
Yeah. And come here, just I know we're digressing slightly, but we're all there's a couple of us heading over to a cabin in Hungary, I think.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
In a couple of months. This has a couple of bedrooms. It does.
Yeah, well, yeah.
There's might be just one big room.
There's
Will I bring my winch?
So I have everything's worked out perfectly, man. So there's a double bed in your and Ross's room, and then there's a single room. So it worked out perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, there is nerve fuck, man. I said to Rob earlier on. I said, look, it's. I'm sorry, man, but it's just 2 double beds, And he said, no fucking way, man. I'm not. And I had to assure him, I do not fucking snore,
Well, I do.
Oh, he does, man.
Oh,
yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Is it loud?
Is it? Oh, it is. Yeah, it's very loud. Yeah. No, there is accommodation for 6 people in this, so there'll be nobody sharing fucking beds, like 12.
Yeah.
So no, we all have our own. It's a cabin in the middle of a woods. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce the name of the town, but it's about 2. What I said was about 2 hours drive, 2.5 hours drive from Budapest, north, I think. So I fucking can't wait, man. We need to book our flights this weekend. So I'm taking it from this, and this is live across the nation. Rob is in, is he?
Oh yeah, I confirmed that to you that day, buddy.
Don't think you did. Did you? You probably did.
It's on voicemail.
Is it? Okay. Happy days. It's there. So happy days. There's 4 of us going. This is going to be wicked. Cannot wait. This is going to be brilliant.
Is Yanis joining us in the cabin, or is he staying in a more safer environment somewhere?
No, I think he kind of lives in that area.
Very good.
Yeah, so I think that's where he's going to be. He'll predominantly be staying, but he'll be joining us when we're out hunting and stuff. Anyway, yeah, definitely he can't wait. He's more than we are.
That's brilliant, man. And that's like we've local knowledge. We've some of the best hunters in Ireland heading over to us.
Yeah, one of them, and let's say. So we just went through some of the things, and again, this is probably an unusual time to have this conversation because everyone will be listening to this. But I went over some of the price lists. Obviously, like we can talk about on air because it's a really good thing. Yep. So flights, accommodation is €20 a head a night. So we're going for 3 nights. Yeah, 4 days, 3 nights, 4 days. So €60, like, do you know what I mean? See the way I done the maths there?
You taught him well, Ross. You taught him well.
Listen, if you pick up anything off me, at least you can add to 60.
No, so
if I throw another 20 in there, what do you think the number is?
Man, I'm just getting dizzy. So come here. It's so that's your accommodation is going to cost you £60 in what Anna says assured is just a lovely little setting, cabin in the middle of a woods. You can sit outside. There's a terrace outside. You can barbecue, have fires, the whole job lot. Like, so, we had a choice. We could stay in like a hotel / B&B at the edge of town, or we could stay here. Yana says if it was up to me, 100% I'd be staying here out in the woods. Yeah, absolutely. We will also, bit of news for you. I didn't tell you. We will also get an opportunity when we're over there to hunt coyotes. We will be coyote hunting.
Deadly, man.
I didn't tell you that. Coyote hunting, man. We will certainly be doing some coyote hunting, yes.
This is an Irish Hunting Podcast exclusive.
We're going to be doing over there. Price lists. Obviously, I said that we have to. You'll be paying for your trophy, if you want to call it a trophy, depending on what you get. So this is where it gets interesting, right? So for a sow, I presume they call them a sow, even like a big sized, 100 plus kilo or maybe more. They're huge animals. Like, it's not expensive. It might be 160, 170 quid.
Is that for a ship back to Ireland as well? Or is there,
Well, you wouldn't really be. There wouldn't be much of a trophy in a. There wouldn't be much. You wouldn't be much of a trophy in a sow, like, because there's no tusk or anything really.
Yeah.
So I'm not really sure about that end of it, to be honest with you. But then it goes up. So if you want to hunt a boar, tusk size depends. Now, the law of average, right, for a decent, good size one, like, which will be a trophy that you'll get to bring home and mount and the whole lot, and that this will be done for you.
Yeah.
Now, the shipping not included, but the actual that end of it is done. About ballpark about €350 for your trophy, which
This is going to cost me a fortune.
no, but it is that's very cheap. Like, that is.
I know. I'm being.
Yeah, honest to God, yeah.
Hell, am I going to fucking shoot? But,
Yeah, but it's like it again. It is. It's cheap. Now it goes up. It does go up, and you have to kind of remember, like, night. Some of this might be kind of even time, mightn't be exactly the easiest to spot. But for a gold medal one, which tusk, it goes on the tusk size. Not going to do with the weight. It's the size of the tusk. And both tusks have to be in good condition and all that. It can go up to €1,600 for one. So
Jesus.
Yeah, so just need to be a little bit careful.
We'll bring the pocket file with us, is what you're saying.
Yeah, honest to God, yeah. Drag him into a ditch. Oh no, I didn't see it. No, but now you're talking gold medal there, like, which is not, I think Giannis was even telling me that one of the lads that he goes with has hunted all his life, once in his lifetime he got a gold medal. So it's not something that you'll be seeing too much. But then again, as I said, I'm not going for a trophy, I'm going for the experience. It's 100% out to experience me. Now, if the one comes up and I decide at the time, fuck it, then I'm taking it and that's it. But yeah, so again, flights, accommodation, car rental, and that is going to work out at, what did I say, about €600 a head.
Something like that, yeah.
Return flights, the whole lot, like, which is nothing. Like, that's absolutely nothing, I think. And I think once you get over there,
4 days, isn't that?
4 days, yeah. So we fly it on a Thursday morning at 6 o'clock, and we land back in Dublin at 11 o'clock on the Sunday night.
Brilliant stuff.
I think, we just talking to Giannis, we're going through a bit of a game plan on the way down in this town, which again I won't mention because I don't know how to pronounce it. There's all your supermarkets. So he says, go in, do a nice big shop, back out to the cabin, set yourself up, get yourself freshened up, and he says, then we're going hunt. So I was like, yeah, sounds like.
Man.
So we'll be splitting up to be maybe, so if there's 4 of us going, yeah, it'll be 2 with a guide and 2 with a guide. So we'll be split. Yeah, it's going to be fucking bad.
Competition then.
Well, I think so, man. I'm fucking competition. Let's do it. I'm keen for it. Yeah. Whoever should.
It's not farting competition now, lads. It's a hunting competition now. Yeah.
So the way it's going to work is, if you shoot a €1,600 sow, you lose. You have to fork out €1,600. But
I'll bring a bit of fucking sandpaper, man. I'm going to have to get sanding on these fucking tusks when I shoot mine.
Yeah.
A multi-tool and chop them off.
Yeah, something like that, man.
Yeah. But no, I can't wait.
Deadly. Look at that, man. That is just, it's the stuff of dreams, man, isn't it? And it's again.
Yeah. So what are we flying out? The 30th of November. We were talking about going in January, but kind of, I don't know. It just kind of, it was a lot. There's a lot going on, obviously, in January. Then we were thinking like 2 weeks before Christmas, which is leaving it fairly fucking tight. So then Giannis is going to be over there on holidays anyway. So we said, so we brought it forward. So 30th of November, we'll be heading out and back on the 3rd of December. All going well. 2.5 hours flight. And Ryanair are fucking shit, because I wanted to can't bring your guns in Ryanair.
Yeah. I was going to say that to you.
That's shit, isn't it?
Very true. Because I know from when I was trying to fly over and back.
Yeah.
I could only ever get a ferry.
Ferry, yeah.
Nobody would take them.
Yeah. Aer Lingus will bring them.
Very tough though.
Yeah, I was talking to Dom, was telling me, he says, you can, there's a way you go out, you have to get paperwork and shit, but yeah, he says you can bring them. But Ryanair do not bring them, so because I was going to bring the new weapon, but so yeah.
No joy.
No joy, man, no joy.
Check Wizz Air.
Maybe they fly out there. Yeah, I've seen them actually.
They would fly out there.
They would fly out there, yeah. We might have a look at that. And see.
Yeah.
It'd be just nice to make, but look, we'll see how it goes. Not the end of the world anyway. Once we get out there and have a bit of crack, and it'll be a new experience. And we'll be able to bring all.
I think if we were going for a couple of weeks, or a week or so, you'd probably look maybe into the hassle of bringing your gun. But I just think maybe for a couple of nights it might be. Look again. Yeah, as you say, Ross, if fucking Aer Lingus do, because I remember many moons ago I flew out there when I was only a nipper, I think, to Budapest. So, but like that, it'd be nice to document the experience, but it probably if we got a little bit more extended stay on the next one, maybe it might be, unless somebody wants to go through the.
Yeah. No, look what I know. It's hard to know. It's hard to know. We'll suss it out, I suppose, closer to time and see what the crack is.
Yeah.
I cannot fucking wait.
Deadly stuff. That's brilliant.
I was down the other night, saw my rifle license come in and the whole job lot. So she's heading back down to Dom in Highland Outdoors, and he's going to pimp my rad. He's going to get her all geared up and set up for the season. So yeah, should have it now next week.
How is Super Light? She's looking well, Brenny.
Yeah, she's nice bit of gear, man, isn't it? Very, very nice. Yanis has a new gun as well. I saw his gun down there. He's at the buying a Litco Arms in a 308, which is also very nice. Lovely.
Smashing.
Nice bit of gear, man. Yeah.
So we're all kid out, man, or nearly. There's two of us left for us.
Yeah. Any friends out there? Actually, I must give Rob a shout. Sure, I might call Rob. See.
What's that? Shooting?
Yeah.
You wouldn't mind. I have 7 guns in our flat in Southwest London.
I know. You can't bring them back.
Wouldn't be able to hit him.
No, exactly. Well, the 308, Ross has a 308 that he uses for target. There should be fucking wheels on it, man. Sweet mother of jazz. Be easier to drag the deer out.
Lovely rifle.
Yeah.
Your rifle. Lovely rifle. But talk us through some of the guns you have. Because you're obviously, again, Ross has done a massive amount of shooting, like pistol shooting, or not pistol shooting, but target shooting and clay pigeon. Pistol shooting and target shooting and clay pigeon shooting over in the UK, because you lived in the middle of London, so it wasn't easy to.
Yeah, you had to be locked and loaded. Like they were handing guns out at the tube station. No, I started with Roku MK38 Sporter.
Yeah.
It was a lovely flat barrel on it though, so you could, and it was a 32-inch barrel, so you could use it for DTL as well.
Okay.
So got that, then progressed to a Browning 525.
Yeah.
For trap gun.
Mm-hmm.
Then got into the a bit of game shooting we used. So said, I'm not bringing these two things because they're nice.
Yes.
And I don't want to throw them across the ditch.
How dare you?
When I took one look here at Mossberg and saw the stave compared to my
man, she's a fucking good joke. Don't bother her.
With no comment. Then got the Hatsan semi-auto.
Yeah.
For the field gun.
Mm-hmm. Look, I remember seeing an ad when Hatsan came out first, and they were brand new. I think now this years and years ago, £375. So.
I think that's what I get for this one.
I
think it was 370, not the 5. But now look, it's rough, it's ready, it does the job. It can be a bit funny with ammo.
Yeah, okay. 3.5-inch only, is it?
Yeah, and even at that, like anything below 28 gram, it will not cycle.
Will not?
You might get one that will.
Okay.
It'll be hit and miss.
Okay.
Then ended up with another Browning 525.
Yes.
Sporter, because a very good friend of mine, Luke Harris. Yeah. He bought it in the UK, put it on my license.
Yeah.
He's a massive pheasant shower.
Okay.
And then decided to move back to Ireland. And I said, well, what are you going to do with this gun? And he said, well, you've had it on your license for so long, you might as well keep it.
No way.
Yeah, so got a free 525 out of him.
Okay, man, what a legend.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Now, it's been well shot this and not looked after. So, but free gun.
Yeah.
Then got a bit stale with the shotgun shooting.
Yeah.
Because when Luke left, he was the last shooter friend that I had.
Okay.
So, and it's always great. I used to bring a load of lads out doing clay shooting. Yeah. But you and Anthony will both know it's different bringing people for a shot if they're just coming out for a shot.
Yeah.
But if they're shooters.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
100%. Yeah. So
all of that group of friends I had, they'd all left London at this stage. So I said, I'm going to join a rifle club. Because I missed that fox. Remember the first time I went fox shooting with you?
Yes.
And I missed
the one over in at the gun club, was it?
It was the time your brother and
Chris.
Yeah, and Chris came.
Oh yeah. That was with the 223, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Never held a rifle before in my life.
Yes.
Missed by about 6 yards, I'd say.
Oh yeah. Probably, yeah.
Got it in the right haircut. Then joined the rifle club.
Yeah.
And fell in love with rifles. So went on to buy what brand is it now? A HK 416. They're basically an AR copy.
Oh, okay.
That's the Chamberlain 22.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah.
They're lovely little lovely little thing.
Yeah.
Little tack driver. I love that though.
Yeah.
Then got the 357 Marlin.
Didn't get to see that. Would love to see that.
I showed it to you once. But you never get to shoot it because we never get ammo. And it's registered. It's restricted over here.
No, you never showed me that. No, lever action. No, definitely not. No.
And then bought the big gun.
Yes, that is
Savage.
Savage. Yeah.
Savage FTR, I think is the model.
Okay.
It's an F-class target rifle
And a 308.
in 308.
Yeah.
Now that thing is, if anyone wants to buy one in the UK, actually, because I cannot go through this paper process again. I don't bring it back.
Yeah.
That was the last big thing.
Isn't it gas as well? And like it's interesting to talk about this because the UK we're here we were earlier on giving out about our licensing system. Well, we've been always giving out about, and it's no fucking won't be news to anyone out there that's had a license application in the past 10 years. It's a joke of a system. But in the UK, you are licensed as opposed to the guns. Am I right in saying that?
Correct.
Yeah.
So two licenses, two different licenses. So you got a shotgun certificate.
Okay.
So they both kind of work the same in principle, but there's limited differences. So the shotgun certificate is the easiest one to get.
Okay.
Anyone in the UK is entitled to a shotgun. The police have to give a reason not to have one, as far as I was aware.
Okay.
And I think you can have something like 15 or 20 shotguns on that one license.
Okay.
I have said 4.
Jesus. Right, okay.
The way it works is, say if you had a shotgun here now, I could buy a shotgun off you now. I walk up the door, that's my shotgun.
Holy shit. Done,
dusted.
My God.
Three of my shotguns were bought over the bonnet of a car.
No way.
Yeah, off people that were just down in club grounds. I knew they were selling guns. I said, bring it in, I'll have a look at it. I liked it.
Yeah.
I like the 525, I obviously got off your man.
Yeah.
I think the Morocco was the only one I actually bought out of a shop.
No way, man.
Then 2 of the rifles, I bought it off a club member.
Okay.
The rifles are a little bit different in the licensing. You've got a firearms cert.
Yeah.
So the shotgun certificate, that'll get you any single barrel, double barrel, semi-auto up to 3 shells.
Okay.
And above that, say, just all that practical shotgun shooting.
Yeah.
You need like big magazines and tubes and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
That comes underneath a firearms certificate.
Okay.
So when you're applying for a firearms certificate, you apply for the calibers.
Okay.
So you can apply, I could have applied for a 50 caliber.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've no fucking reason to have one.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give it.
I know.
But because I was a member of a club for 3 years and I shot from anywhere from 25 yards to 1,200 yards.
Okay. Yeah.
I needed X calibers.
Yes.
So the 22, obviously for 25 yards, gallery shooting, the 357 for gallery shooting, and then the 308. But I was also licensed to buy a 303 and a 223.
Okay.
So I could have had the 5 guns.
Jesus
Christ. And it just goes to show you how different it is in the UK. There. I remember when I played, because same as over here, you put in how many rounds of ammo you want to have.
Yeah.
Now, me being a first-time applicant, I kept everything low. I think I put something like 500 rounds of 222.
Yeah.
And then the bigger calibers, I think I put in like 100 rounds of 308.
Yes.
And the firearms officer that I was dealing with, a chap called Robin, lovely guy, he rang me up and he said, you are after completely messing up your application. I was like, oh no, what have I done wrong here now? And he actually said, you haven't applied for enough ammo.
Oh God.
He more than doubled everything. I think I had to check it, but I think it was licensed for 2,000 rounds of 22.
No
something
way.
Like 500 of 223, 500 of 357, and then 300 303 and 200 308 or something like that.
Jesus, right, okay, right.
Sure, so he just rang me up and said, oh yeah, and you also didn't include a suppressor on your 223, so I'm putting that down for you as well.
Gee, how good does that sound, Anthony? That's unreal.
Like that is the way. Well, like I know like there's we've probably a little bit of time has passed and stuff like that, but like you want some sort of a smooth transition that you don't have to like. What we're at now with is fucking laborious, isn't it? Like it's fucking painful.
The great thing is the ability. I am licensed for that gun. Like as soon as I buy the gun, there was I don't know about different police forces across the UK, they've all rolled this out, but the Met, which I fell on only London, they have now a page. It changed in the last 5 years. I literally just go onto their page, and there's a section bought or sold. So I bought this rifle. I fill in your details, your license number, basically. Now, as far as I'm aware, this is the way I was doing. This is the way I treated it. I was a gun dealer.
Yeah,
I effectively couldn't sell it. And as long as you had a slot, for say if you had a slot for your 308 open,
yes, I
could sell you that 308, and then I could go and buy another 308.
Jesus,
so like once you had like you only got a slot.
Yeah.
Like if you wanted another 308, you needed a good reason to have two of the same caliber.
Yeah,
but you just get another slot, so you can buy 2 308s.
Why can't we do it? Like we copy the UK with absolutely everything else when it comes to the government. Why can't we do this? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think we pick and choose what suits us. You know what I'm saying? We always we use it as the kind of the benchmark.
Yeah, for
things that they want to try and push through.
Yeah.
And then when they don't want to push something through, that's probably what would you say, logical to say, well, sure, we'll make up our own laws here. So it's kind of like it's a double kind of standard, but I don't think. Look, we've had news today. I think it's changing a little bit, Brenny. We have a little bit of traction on that, which we'll be telling people later on.
Yeah.
Ferg and Minister Brown and stuff like that. So it's important to know that that meeting went ahead, and hopefully through that, a lot of this type of stuff that Ross is talking about there, that it can be addressed in a reasonable fucking format, you know.
Absolutely, yeah. Sorry, you were saying something, Ross?
I don't know if you could do it over here. Can you buy cartridges for shotguns and post?
Yeah, well, yes, in certain places, as far as I know, so long as you have registered. So, say if you went into certain gun dealers, and I won't name any case, I'm wrong in saying this, and they have, you say you register in a postal address and you've given them your license and stuff like that.
Well, we used to be able to buy them online then. You didn't have to go to a gun shop.
I didn't have
No, I think the delivery driver, you had to scan in a copy, but that was it.
Yeah, same here. You can't do that here.
Just cartridge.
Yeah, you can do that here. Yeah,
you can do that here. Yeah. It's
only getting a pallet delivered to the house, and they might be like, "What's that?" Oh, it's about 4,000 rounds.
Carry the whole lot up fucking stairs then, but So look, that's what we need. We need that to happen here. You know.
Absolutely.
We need to. I'm conscious of the time because me and Ross are going to fucking head out and go for a shot now fairly shortly, I think. All going well. Weather's...
We've one last thing to do, I think, Brady, do we?
We absolutely have one last thing to do, so we have, and people may or not know. So, Anthony Grogan, you know what time it is, don't you?
Let's do it.
And now it's time for a little thing we like to call Let's Talk Gear. And we're back. Let's Talk Gear. I've no idea what edition this is. It must be our 6th or 7th one at this stage. But Andy Grogan, it's over to you, man. What are we talking about on our Let's Talk Gear this week?
Right, this week, I suppose we have the Pulsar Digex C50. So I had this on my gun for the last while, obviously before I went in. I like this so much I went and purchased one. So look, this is we had it on trial way back there, and I love this fucking thing, man. I think anyone that has night vision will attest, you know, once you go to night vision, it's very difficult to go back to kind of lamping and traditional style. So nothing wrong with it. And I know budgets and all that kind of stuff, and we're talking about if the budget does allow. But there's a few different brands on the market. I'm going to run through, do a little video on this anyway, but I'll just run through probably the kind of the ins and outs as best I can anyway. I'm not an expert on it, but I've used it kind of pretty extensively. So this model, the C50, right? So in the box, you get obviously the scope. You get a singular external battery. There's a built-in internal battery. You get a magnetic rubber eyepiece, so it's not just like a clip-on. It's actually magnetic, so less chance of it falling off. There's loads of these little kind of. It's like it's little kind of features like on the external zoom feature. There's no clicking, so I'll show it in the video. But as you're turning it, there's no click on the dial. You can feel the click, but there's no sound. So when you're out hunting, stuff like that, they've corrected one of the things that I was going to give out about. So when you're switching from night mode to day mode on the scope, it used to be very hard because the IR used to sit very close to the ring for that dial. But they're after correcting it with a lovely little thumb piece, so you can actually feel where you're going between day and night. So it's a one-shot zero, and I can attest to it. It is. Now, obviously, people will be saying there's no such thing as a one-shot zero. There is, but obviously you have to follow up with an affirming shotting, so on and so forth. So you will be expending a couple of rounds doing that, but it's extremely easy to zero. And that's coming from an idiot like myself. It's a picture in picture. So you take your shot, you can take a picture of that, and then it's just like on the X and Y plane, you move a little red sideline crosshair will come up. You join the two together, and that's literally it's as easy as that. And if I can manage it, I think a lot of people will. Mm-hmm. What else is it? It's unique in terms of, well, I think it's unique anyway. in that it doesn't necessarily need IR. So it has some light technology, it's called. So basically, in the day mode, this will, I think I showed you this out in the field, Brenny, in almost near dark conditions when it comes to dusk and so on. This will start to pick up ambient light, and it'll be just like looking through a day scope, the day version of the scope. And then I have another little video which I will put up on Fox, and when my IR went dead, and it'll actually pick up moonlight and starlight and so on, and ambient light around, and it actually sees very, very clear. The only thing, obviously, you won't see the eyes like the light up in the IR, but you'll make out the animal, no problem, in near dark conditions. So yeah, it comes. This is the non-IR version that I have. It's the Wi-Fi model, so it talks to your phone. You download an app, and you control all your pictures and videos across the phone, which is pretty standard across a lot of the models now. But it comes with a little weaver tail ring, so for your IR, if you want to use that. Now I have an adjustable mount that'll be going on mine, but the tube on it is quite long, so you'll see kind of like there's about 2.5 to 3 inches either side of the battery, heading towards the eyepiece and up towards the top of the scope. So they've done that kind of intentionally. So what it does is it gives you a better range of movement for your mount. So say for instance, if you like the scope further back on towards the stock, or slightly forward towards the muzzle, you have a little bit more range of movement than most on that. So it just gives you an extra little bit of flexibility if you're that way inclined. As I said, there's an internal and external battery. The beauty again about this, and anyone who has dealt with Thomas Jacks will know, the internal battery is replaceable. So say for instance, the internal battery, I think the lifespan on internal batteries is roughly around 3 years, 3 to 5 anyway, but 3 would be kind of the average. If this battery does fail, you can send it back to Thomas Jacks, and there's a lot of these scopes, the older models even, in existence, and the thermals, in 5 years plus now. And literally, he showed me there's a ring that opens with a small little, like a miniature oil wrench, Brenny. You'll oil filter wrench, and there's just a slide-in battery. So it's as simple as that. The internal battery is replaceable. So that's a nice little feature. The aftermarket care, obviously, Thomas Jacks and Pulsar want these to be their advertisement on the ground. So their aftermarket care, I think, is second to none. They'll take back these scopes and they'll replace the parts rather than trying to replace the scope, to keep the even out warranty, which is it's a very nice feature to have, to know that you're spending this kind of money on the scope, that in 5 years' time there's still a aftermarket care there that'll take care of the product. There's a Wi-Fi, as I said, picture-in-picture mode. So in 3.5 to 14 zoom, and then you can flick between that on the external dial as well. So you can 3.5, 4, 4.5, 5.5, etc., all the way up to 14, and then you can do your picture-in-picture. So when you're on your target, you can have a small picture that'll pop up if you so wish. I don't necessarily use that. But I know a lot of people kind of like that type of stuff. The range kind of is 550 meters at night with an IR. And that's pretty. I probably slightly tail it back slightly from that. But yeah, in and around that, 10 hours of player time between two batteries. The weight, which is a big thing, so it's just over 1 kilo. So for kind of reference, I think most of the night visions, I think yours is in around the same. I think, Brenny, is it 1 or 1.1 or something?
Yeah, geez, it could be, man. Yeah, that sounds heavy when you say it like that, but yeah.
Yeah, I think the most of the night visions tend to be, because obviously they're camera and so on, and then the batteries. But to put it in perspective, like my Vortex scope is 880 grams. So this is only for a night vision scope. It's only 100 grams. Ross will probably correct me there. It's 120 grams or more than the the Vortex.
I remember what the first figure was.
Ross is here like Alan out of that out of The Hangover. Remember that?
When he's coming down the stairs.
Yeah, exactly.
Car counting.
Cow.
No calculator.
Yeah.
Don't do things.
There you go, man. There you go. I had to get out the fucking toes and everything there when I was doing it. But yeah, 16 gig memory, built-in memory, and it's a 1024 by 768 pixels. So it's more a night vision scope. So for anyone, like, you can use it in daylight, but you look at it's more built for obviously nighttime shooting or even dusk shooting. I think this is where the scope comes into its own. At dusk, it'll throw up really nice picture quality at dusk, and it'll also then, as I said, I've been out a couple of times where the batteries in my IR have went, and I can still use my scope, which is a nice comfort to have. So it's in around, I think, look at it's 1150, I think, retail, without the IR.
And is that the Wi-Fi model?
The Wi-Fi model, dude. Yeah. I think it's 1150. I think I'm almost sure.
Not bad.
Yeah, that's without the IR. With the IR, again, look, we both said this. The IR that comes with most units doesn't tend to be great. So if you can get the model without the IR and put your own,
I think most of them IRs that come with them to be alright for 100, 150 hours, and then that's
about that. Yeah, so and that's it in a nutshell. I love the fucking thing, man. I think, is there any questions? Was anyone like to ask a question?
Well, no, I suppose not a question. I suppose maybe a slight criticism on my part. I like it. Like, it's a fantastic piece of gear. It is really, really, really a fantastic bit of gear. Now, I'd like to get a bit more use on it. I've only dabbled on it when you were kind of getting your IR. The only place I kind of struggled with it was the price mark. It's good. It's very good, but I don't know if it warrants, like, say, in comparison to the ATN. I think them ATN's 4Ks now are about €750.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing I would wonder is, and that's obviously with an IR now. I know, again, the IR is shit, and there's a lot of stuff the Pulsar has that the ATN doesn't, i.e. the interchangeable batteries, which is fantastic. The ATN will not work under ambient light, like the Pulsar, which is fantastic. But that was my only criticism. Do you think it's for the picture quality? Is it a little bit expensive?
Yeah, I think, look, picture quality is probably on par. Like, I don't think there's too much in between them all, Bren. Like, I think we both attest to that. Like, I'm sure there's scholars out there with their I would say their eye attuned to these type of things, to the minor details. But I think across the board, the picture detail is probably close on or very, very, very minute. The thing, as I said, probably the thing that there's a couple of features there that probably separate it a little bit. The external battery obviously is one. The ability, I suppose, then to see ambient light and not require IR is obviously a huge plus. And can you hear that music in the background?
I can.
Yeah. I wonder what that was.
I suppose that a bit of a party going on, is there?
That is the lovely bit of background music. I thought that'd be just nice for a bit of ambience.
Yeah, I'd say that's
nice. I'm a fucking master at this gig now. I'm telling you.
Master.
But that's a big thing. I think that the battery thing and the so you're, like, I suppose the technology is and geez, I'm not fucking running down. If it goes down to budget and you have your IR and you're happy enough, and that's, you know what I'm saying, grand. And I suppose it's probably like it's comparing two slightly different. It's like no different than, I suppose, cars in one way, but slightly different. But look, it is expensive. There's no doubt about it. It's a premium product.
Yes,
and like that, it's sorry, man, that's the music again.
Yeah. No, 100%. Yeah. No, look, it is. It's a serious bit of kit. In my opinion, what I've used it, I that was my, I suppose, what am I trying to get at here? picture quality for me, I don't think the picture quality is above any of the rest of them. That's
No, I think they're all in around kind of, what would you say, in around it. Like if it's to untrained eye, I suppose, in any of them, I wouldn't notice any difference. But like I'm sure there's scholars and that type of thing that would say otherwise.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, a really, really good product. I was going to, they have corrected some of the issues, like the function between day and night.
Mhm.
As I said to you, look, I'm not saying I'm lucky enough to. What would you say? I was able to go out and purchase the bloody thing. But if there's people out there, on a slightly tighter budget, I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be adverse to saying, look, you do your thing and pick one of the. I think even on some of the forums now, there's applications now on phone apps with night vision and thermal and all kinds of stuff now. I think they're kind of comparing. So yeah, look, it's there for all to see. I think that they basically, I know Pulsar are kind of their big thing is the thermal end of things, which we haven't been lucky enough to on the scopes, or probably won't be lucky enough to have over here for another little while, to try out. But yeah, look, at all in all, really good scope. It's I'm really happy. I was happy enough to splash the few bob on her. So
Mark's out of 10. So what would you go for?
Yeah, look, the price obviously is, as you said. Look, it's a bit steepy compared to some of them. It's it's $200 or $300, probably slightly more. But then, as I said to you, the nice thing is you can throw it in, get a new battery. The warranty stuff is there for long after. Or sorry, the aftermarket is there long after the warranty is up. So that's a good thing. I think I'm going to give it a good solid 9 out of 10, Brenny.
It is. Can't get much better than that. No, that's a fair. That's a good old score there, man. So, and again, it's testament to it. You like it enough that you went out and bought it. So,
yeah.
I
think if again, as another probably little.
I'm losing you there, man. Have I got you? In true Irish Hunting Podcast form, just for the punchline.
Yeah, he is lost.
He is lost. We've just lost Anthony Grogan there. He's out chasing down that people that are at the music. But, yeah. So anyway, that was it. 9 out of 10 for the Pulsar, which is it's a fair old fucking score.
That's a very good score, yeah.
You haven't used it yet. Have you used it yet? Have you seen it yet?
I don't think I've seen it. And it was never on any of your rifles.
No, it wasn't on mine. No.
Never met Anthony. So.
Oh, he didn't meet Anthony, so he didn't get to use it yet. Yeah, well, look, 9 out of 10. You can't get much better than that. I think it's anyone that's in the market for getting your licenses and stuff. It's a good one to use. And Thomas Jacks are the main import for them. I think. Thomas Jack should have given them the rifle, the scope. I think at this stage, but sure, that's a whole other story. We're going to wrap it up there. Anthony's gone. Who knows? I hope everything's okay. Myself and Ross are heading out for a shot. Looking forward to it.
Very much so.
Conditions are nice. We're looking out here. It's dull but dry, so it's conditions are favourable. So yeah,
dry being the main thing.
Dry being the fucking main thing, man. Yeah, absolutely. Let's get into it. Anybody that's heading out for a shot or a bit of fishing around over the weekend, have fun, enjoy yourself, and as always, any questions on that we chat about over the podcast, get in touch, and have a good weekend. Over and out.
Have a good one.